Hey guys, welcome back to my Road to Supersonic Legend series, episode 4. It's your boy LankyWaves. You gotta drop that at least one intro, right? So we're gonna hop into the games right away. This is our 8th placement matches. We have 3 left. We are currently, I believe, should be around Plat 2. It's been pretty fun so far. It's a very interesting game to see the different ranks. We haven't had a chance to play like a real Plat game because unfortunately in the last episode there was we had a toxic player I was throwing. If you're interested, you can look into that. Supersonic casual. I don't want to be that guy, but it's already looking a little suspicious, so we'll see what's up with that. For now, it's gonna do our normal gameplay, boost, go into the ball, win the kickoff, and get some boost. Probably need Plat 2, so we're gonna speed it up a little bit. We're still gonna try our best to limit ourselves and not go too ham. So we're gonna try dunking. Hopefully, Nimwitz gets the save here. Huge save, so it's gonna get the clear. Send it wide. We're not going to go too far off the wall because, once again, I don't know if that's very realistic at this point yet. What we can probably start to do is improve our ground game a little bit and start doing some flicks. Because I feel like I've seen some Plats in my stream that are really good at getting flicks and getting some basic aerials. So, yeah. So, Supersonic Casual is a Smurf. I'm pretty sure. So this is our first Smurf encounter probably. I'll do a check afterwards and let you guys know later on in this episode if he actually is. So play around him. One thing I could recommend, obviously if you're actually a Plat 2, and you play against him that's a lot higher, it's gonna make it very difficult to get the win. Right away, and I'm pretty guilty of this myself, change the mentality. Don't worry so much win or lose, just try your best and try to learn off of it as much as you can. So you can see he's trying to do fakes already. He's playing on the ground. He's playing a lot better than anyone we've played so far, and he already knows how to do air dribbles. So this is going to be a very difficult game. Try your best to learn off people like this, and same thing. Do your best not to overcommit. So what we're gonna do is gonna get some big boost. We're gonna let our boy sauce it up the wall. Hopefully, if this runs back is fine. We just dump it to the corner. And then go far post. He has the potential of getting an angle here. We don't want to allow that. From the backboard, you just want to send it backwards. Backboard clears and touches is something I definitely recommend start loading around the Plat level. Huge save from our teammate, by the way. He's really taking like a champ. This shot, potentially a little high for this level. It was a little bit of an air roll shot. So essentially what you're doing is instead of hitting the ball straight on, you're slightly tilting your car and diagonally flipping into it, or side flipping into it to get yourself a little more power. So anyways, we're going to kick off. Hopefully, if we lose kickoff, we just kind of put ourselves in a spot where we can block the ball, get some boost back. We're going to have to get a big save against our boy here. It's going to be a little bit dangerous. This is a good opportunity again for another chip shot. And we got ourselves a decent chip shot there. Like, might be a little bit too high, I believe, for like a Plat 2 as well. Because it's, I know I wolf those as well sometimes, but it's not too advanced of a mechanic to the point it's unrealistic for someone at Plat to be able to get, right? So for now, the ball's gonna fly up. We're gonna let him send it up, and then we can kind of catch this easily. Flip into it if you want to blast it far. I'd probably recommend keeping that closer. I had the space to keep it close. We're gonna try that starting the next goal. But we do, like I said, have to be careful of this guy. That wasn't too difficult of a save. Like, it was a difficult save, don't get me wrong. But I didn't do anything too fancy for it. It's single jump and boost. I didn't do a fast aerial. I haven't really done any fast aerials yet. And that was a big shot from my boy there. So, let's look back at how we could have done better here. So, weird touch from him. I overcommitted. He got a good shot. And I could have flipped into it better and not done such a big of a cut. But it happens. Don't worry about it too much. Back to the kickoff. Same thing. We're going to boost into it. And we're just going to flip and center. So we lost kickoff, but it's not too bad because our teammate's there. That guy's getting that boost, so don't worry about it. Pick up pads instead. The value of the pads definitely should not be forgotten about. Pads give you a lot of boost. He's going to beat the ball, so we're going to run off on the challenge already. Potentially get a boost or get in his way. Teammate almost got a nice goal off the waterfall there. And for anyone who doesn't know, a waterfall is when you hit the that little curvy part above the net and it drops directly down. They're a little bit tricky to read, but they're definitely doable. two basic things that I haven't even mentioned yet, which I'm surprised I should have probably said earlier, is that if you flip into a ball, you get more power on the touch instead of just driving directly into the ball. And if you boost into the ball, you also get more power instead of touching it unboosted. That goes for aerials and ground game. That was a little bit of a tricky one to actually save, but it definitely was savable. It was just awkward because they both touched it, so it makes it very difficult to kind of see what was happening. But you just keep driving it, it's alright. We got a minute and a half. We'll probably pick up the pace a little bit here. Cheat up with our boy. Watch out because the good player is going for a kickoff there. Our teammates should be able to get a nice pass off mid. This could be our first aerial opportunity, but we're probably not going to go for that because this other guy is going to get a better aerial save because he, like I said, he is a higher level player. Don't be afraid to kind of just dump the ball in the corner, buy yourself some time. We're not going to do a full backboard clear yet because I don't think that's realistic for this rank. Same thing with going for that double jump aerial. We're going to give ourselves some time and be careful here because it's going to get popped. This one is good aerial opportunity. And although, once again, I've played people that are plat in my rank, I do think this is doable for a plat, but it's probably not going to be as consistent as potentially what I did there. Because I did double jump into that. You don't need to double jump. So I did a little bit of a scuffed fast aerial there. What you're essentially doing with a fast aerial is you're double jumping as you're boosting to get some extra speed into the air, right? I would have probably gone to that ball just as fast with a single aerial. Although I definitely do recommend that if you are, ooh, good challenge, he's insane. Maybe? No. If you are a plat, spend a little bit of time, go into some free play trainings, learn how to do fast aerials, learn how to do half flips. All that stuff is super helpful in terms of improving. Oh no, I big whiffed. Because basically what you want to do is with a fast aerial, you're getting to the ball faster than your opponent is, either for a save or for a shot. If you're half flipping, you're just recovering faster on the ground, which should help you once again get back to the ball on save or get to a shot on goal. This is a dangerous game though, so we're gonna play a little more sweaty. Just be careful, just because, like I said, I do have my suspicions about Mr. Casual. So we're gonna get our first backboard clear there. I do want to go overtime though, potentially, maybe. Let's see. Just to, you know, I don't want to just end it right now and sweat it out and kind of go. It defeats the purpose of the road to Supersonic if I'm not fully matching the opponent's playstyles. But this, for example, is a good opportunity. You can't. I could have jumped for that. I didn't think I was gonna miss that. This one should be fine. Yeah, there was nothing too fancy there. Just they let the ball, they let it go open, so I was able to just drive directly into it. And we're good to go. So I do think that one would have been a little more difficult if I was like a legitimate plat player, because Supersonic Casual was really high up. But if this is plat 3, it's definitely doable for that to be his real account. It's just his name is a little bit suspicious. Him being teamed up and being at that level of skill was suspicious. So I'm gonna look it up, and at the beginning of the next game, I'll let you guys know if it's true or not. So we're gonna do a quick video cut momentarily. Okay, so we got our first TTV player, but he's not on my team. We got Lizdek Nam, and we got Saucy Leo and Ikaro Senior on the other team. So I did do my research, and I'm not gonna lie, Supersonic Casual might have been like a main account. It looked pretty legit. So like I said, plats are just genuinely really good. It's just his name was a little suspicious and the team up was suspicious, and that guy was definitely popping off, but it wasn't like too high level, you know. So it's definitely just me not being familiar with how good plats legitimately are nowadays. So we're gonna have to start turning up the skill knob more and more each game. This should probably be plat 3. I'm probably not gonna start doing wall clears until diamond. That, like, last game I kind of did that back wall clear, which I think I shouldn't have done. And this was kind of like a half back wall clear that I backed off of, and I essentially just kind of passed him the ball. I went wrong in 2 spots there. Number 1, I got in my opponent's way. We both rotated in the exact same spot, so we're really bunched up in group. You shouldn't do that. And took his boost and is centered perfectly for the opposite team. So we're just gonna get a kickoff, gonna get some boost, and let our teammate kind of pop this on out, hopefully. I don't know what I'm doing on the back wall here. He just lands on his car. We're fine though. So this guy's going for a double. He's already feeling saucy. Ooh. These guys are okay. We gotta turn it up. We gotta turn up the pace. This is Plats are so good nowadays, man. So I should have jumped for that and tried to block it. I acted really weird on slow on that one because I'm just not familiar with how fast the speed of these other players are. So we're gonna just kind of cheat up a little bit, get some boosts. Scary for that to go sideways. It's gonna be risky. They have an opportunity for a shot off on there, but we're not gonna get it. Let them get it. Just blast it out. Use the swivel when you can to look for teammates as well. I feel like by the time you're Plat 3, it's gonna be a little more reasonable for people to be using those. And I've seen Plats get those directional aerial shots as well, so we'll start to spin those in a little bit. I still want to kind of stay away from using too many aerials, but I will be a little more aggressive. Let our team, especially because I noticed this teammate is a little more passive, it appears so far. Weird challenge. Spice up, toss a half flip in for recovery, and hopefully our teammate can bring that through. He passed it nicely. This should be a goal, and we're fine. So there wasn't anything too special there either. Just kind of positioning and having a little bit of trust, and just a bad double commit on their part. And that's why I do mention it a lot throughout the series. You want to avoid the double commits. They are going to, especially in twos, lead to a lot of goals, unfortunately. So he's going for boost, so we know he's going for boost off on the side. We'll get that. He should probably be coming up soon. We probably got time to get mid boost and then back off. He's got a good shot off. That's he's gonna send off the wall maybe, so we can start getting ready for the bounce. I don't want to get too fancy with the aerials yet, so we're just gonna do a half flip, because I feel by Diamond 1, you can definitely learn half flip by now. And if you haven't, it's really not that difficult. Let me know in the comments if you guys want a half flip tutorial, and I'll find one and I'll toss it in the comments, so you guys have one for reference. I know I personally use the Squishy Muffins half flip tutorial when I was learning mine. Shout out Squishy. And it definitely helps a ton with those recoveries and speed. It takes a while before you get consistent with it. You're gonna definitely mess it up a ton before you get to the point where you consistently hit them off, but it's definitely worth spending the time to try to learn how to do. Anyways, one thing I haven't mentioned too much throughout the series either is if you are going for those offensive attacks and you miss it or you hit a backboard, take advantage of the fact that you are in their half of the net. That was kind of lucky. And get a bump or a demo. Bumps and demos, like I mentioned before, I haven't used it too much this series, but they are very important. It throws off your opponent's rotation, so it makes the other person have to kind of overextend to kind of cover both of them temporarily. Opens up those holes in the net for your teammate to potentially get some things, or even give yourself the opportunity for a second counter attack. So demo is definitely very important. Learning how to get those chip shots to get that distance if you want, also very important. I do notice that I did mention I called a few of my I called a few chip shots that weren't necessarily too much of a chip shot. They're more like cuts. But usually when most people refer to chip shots, they're talking about when the ball... Chip shots / power shots is when the ball is just about to touch the floor, like I'll try doing right now. You flip into it. And that, the timing wasn't necessarily the best, but because of the fact that you flip into it as it touches the floor, you get a lot more power on the bang out. So you can really catch off defenders off guard, especially at the lower ranks. So teammates kind of balling him off. I'll give him his space to do what he wants to do. Get ready for either for the counter attack to kind of take his pass or defend. So it's kind of risky on our teammate's point. He's smart though, he actually went right back in net. Once again, really getting lucky with these teammates. And that was kind of just the easy, just kind of, I literally I was trying to clear that. I wasn't even trying to shoot that and just went in. So just having that good defense, going for those clears when possible, learning how to flip into the ball to get as much power as you can. And you'll usually get a lot of those shots. Just, you even see it in pro gameplay sometimes, where all of your opponents are kind of over in your half, and if the ball ends up in that perfect spot where you're able to get that power, you could just end up saucing it directly into their net. I am excited. Once we get into Diamond, we'll start doing a little more ground play and flicks. I do hope I'm limiting myself enough to the point where it is kind of educational. Because right now we have essentially made it to Plat 2, only aerialing twice last game because of the fact that I had that suspicion, which was incorrect, so I do apologize for that. Single jump, we get a block off. A lot of these bounces, these single jumps and and blocks that I'm getting are also a little bit unrealistic just because of the fact that it takes a long time to get used to how the ball bounces and where it's going to be. But the more you go for it, you'll lose some, you'll win some. The more important thing is you're going to learn some all the way along the way. So just kind of keep going for those balls. And the best thing I could do also is just recommend doing that in free play. When the ball is bouncing, learn to jump for it. See how close the ball is and how far the ball is and how long it takes you to get there. And you'll improve super fast. But as you can see, we got the diamond 1 right now. Almost no mechanics. Almost no mechanics. Now that we're at diamond, we're going to start mixing in some mechanics. And this is still coming from a player that has been, once again, champ 1 to champ 3 across like 1s, 2s, and 3s for almost about a year and a half now. Like I haven't moved out of there. So I'm not too high level of a player at this point. So it's definitely doable. And like I literally, like I said, I have lost games to Plats. I've lost like 1v1s to Plat players on stream. Which if you guys are interested, once again, my stream is going to be in the description down below. But for now, guys, drop a like, drop a comment. If you can, drop a sub, try and hit that 1,000 sub mark. And I'll keep grinding out. I'll keep trying to improve and learn throughout each episode. So see you guys in episode 5. Peace out, guys.